Hello, it's me, the Racing Ref, and welcome back to the channel for something a little bit different. So rather than rallying around on a sim, we're going to do it in real life. And we're off to Wales to go to the Phil Price Rally School. Excellent facility, one's used by sort of pro teams, ex-rally world champions and things like that. So we're really looking forward to this. As you can see, we're going to be rallying around in some nice Subaru Imprezas. We've got the red cars, which have been modified to rear-wheel drive. And then we've got the epic blue Subaru-inspired WRC livery for our 2.4 mile stage that we're going to have a go around. So there you can see us getting ready to go. We're going to jump straight into the first videos and see how we get on. But it's just a bit of fun, getting the car sideways in the sunshine. So this is our first run. They just let you go by yourself to have a little play around. The little training session's a bit of a figure of 8 thing. So yeah, first rider out. Let's jump on board. Get plenty of seat time. We're there from 9 till 4 through the day, so we'll get loads of attempts to see how we get on. As you can see, a little bit tentative. They've watered the track, so we'll get a nice bit of sideways action. But we're a little bit tentative first run through, don't really want to go too hard. Just sort of get an idea of what the car does. With some great onboard footage. As we have a look going around the first few laps. There we go. There's 10 drivers here for the experience for the day. We're getting looked after by Julie, and then the 3 instructors. We've got John, who's the lead instructor who takes you out on the stage. And we've got Phil, who was sort of my instructor for the day, and we've also got Drew, who you'll see later in one of the videos. All 4 members of staff were absolutely lovely throughout the day, really hospitable. Great little location. Awesome car. So it was an epic day. Like, it was like one of the greatest races and sort of driving experiences that I've done. I've been to Silverstone and done a few round there as well, but this is just a pretty epic day out. Like, people from all over the country have come here to do this. Like I say, there's photos on the walls of people like Peter Solberg, who brought a Subaru WRC car to test, Tommy Mackinnon, and then current drivers like Tanak and WRC leader Elfyn Evans, and it's just obviously some of the people and teams that have come here. It's just an absolutely great setup. Like, so there was no instructions as we jumped in. It was literally just jump in and have a go. The lights on the dashboard would flash when you had to come in, but that was my first little run in the rear-wheel drive Subaru Imprezas. Really fun.
Get enough mud to keep it slicky, but yeah, it is going to be warm this afternoon.
But this is Drew, one of the instructors. He's going to take you around and show you how it's done.
Yeah, it's the same as the cars having more power really. You don't need to be having bigger inputs to get it to do what you want to do.
Right.
And everything's happening at lower speed, so it's easier to sort of process. But when it's dry like that, you're actually going at a fair speed.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Cheers, Drew.
All right, nice on.
So that was Drew taking around, giving us some instructions of how to, you know, keep the throttle high, some lines and things like that. So this is our first go after being in Drew, so we can see the difference from our first run. Notice Drew's like didn't have much steering input, there was just little bits all the time, and he was like on and off the throttle. So you can see the difference there, like obviously got quite a lot of steering going on compared to what Drew had. Not the greatest there on that corner, and I knew it as well. But the bit before that was pretty good, minimal input. Not afraid to use the throttle on this run. Still a bit scrappy like, but there we go, get on that throttle. Seemed to be a much better sort of way around there. Just need to try and get it flicked a little bit. Run over a few tyres. Bit more aggressive on this run, like not scared to use the throttle, but we're getting a little bit scrappy, so it's probably finding the balance between the two. So there's the lights flashing, so that's just going to go back in. So we've had a couple of runs, I think we're getting a little bit better, but it's all good fun, isn't it? So Julie was kind enough to take a video of us going round, and as you can see, lovely Welsh countryside. Sun's out, we'll get the car going back, yes boy. They watered the track quite often during the day, it was quite warm, and like Drew said, it's much more fun going round when it's wet. Gives you a bit more time to sort of correct things and think about what you're doing. That's a good little slide round that first corner. Clipped a few tyres like, but seemed to be like a nice smooth slide there. But this is honestly awesome experience, like. You know, anyone who wants to do any sort of rally experience, I know it's, you know, it's a decent trek for me in the northeast, but certainly worth going, like. Can't wait to get you to see the stage run. Both myself driving it and getting passenger around by John. Yes, right on the power. I think one of the proudest things for the whole day was that I'd never spun the car, never got out of control, never lost it on a corner. There was a fair few people do that, so I was quite chuffed with myself. Big thumbs up, big smile. Honestly, I don't think I stopped smiling all day. It was just absolutely epic. So this is Phil, one of the other instructors who was like talking to us during the day. So he's going to jump on board and give us some tips as I'm going round. So we'll listen to what he's got to say in terms of his direction.
Well done.
That was good.
Did you get some of that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, it was pretty good on the top, and then this bit on the bottom.
This bottom here is good.
struggled a
The
little bit.
bottom down. This is good here, I thought.
Yeah.
Coming into this one.
Yeah.
As you come up the bank, I didn't say anything. He let the car drop to the right, and then all of a sudden the corner's here. This one, this end.
Yeah.
And the car's. If you just turn away and then back in, it'll throw the car into this bottom corner here.
Right.
This one here, the one nearest us now.
Yeah, yeah. And you get
under
a
the
bit more,
tree there.
Yeah.
You get more momentum and rhythm to come into that corner. Bottom one. You did it once really, really well.
Yeah.
And that,
feel the difference.
And you just it's little bite at the steering wheel. Don't pull too much at the steering wheel because it'll the car overreacts.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you kind of go too sideways. So pull them back, pull them back.
It's like a couple of like mini apexes, isn't it? Like when you get that, that first tyre, hit that, then drift back out.
Go out to then and back in again.
Yeah. No, that sound Phil really appreciate.
So that was Phil taking us round. Some really good bits of advice there. We had a little chat when we got out the car just to sort of re-emphasise the little bits of, you know, hitting little apexes, flicking the car one way then the other, and just generally sort of like being easy on the steering wheel, just like you said at the end of the video there, just lots of little inputs rather than trying to rag it all the time, which I still think I do a little bit. Still a bit like thinking I'm on a video game. But yeah, Phil was really good all day long. He was sort of the one that sort of came to us with watching us on the track and doing bits and pieces. So yeah, so it was great to get a bit of tuition from him. So yeah, really good. So we get another chance to jump back in after having a bit more tuition from Phil and a little bit from Drew early on. So we're going to jump back in. And you sort of alternate between the two cars. So this is after lunch. We're going to go the opposite direction now. And I found this to be, it flowed better. It seemed to have greater speed. You'll be able to go quicker through this sort of direction than the other one. A bit tentative going down this hill first because obviously can he drop? But it just seemed to flow through this sort of second half of the lap. A lot of people lost it here, probably trying to put too much power down and just spun the back end out. So it's just, again, just trying to do what Phil said, a couple of little apexes, in then out, in then out. Letting the steering wheel feed through the hands. So just trying to get little movements there, still quite big compared to them, but seem to be a little bit smaller than earlier in the day. So much fun though, it was like really good. It's like out then swing it in. Just trying to come off the throttle just to let the car balance itself out. So yeah, it seemed to be a bit, you know, picking little bits up as I go through the day. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better every time I sit in the car. Oh, wrong way. So we're going back out for another run. John coming back in the 4x4 Subaru. So that's quite a nice little section, just on and off, in and out. Sideways there, proper back end one of the step. It's proper, like when it dried out at the top here, it got proper bumpy. It was like bouncing you through. Like when you're watching other people go through, it was like the car was like skipping. And it just like sort of makes you think like that felt really rough. And you just think, well, when they do rallies like Kenya and Acropolis and stuff, like how rough that must be, even in a modern day rally car with like it's a super suspension. Like it's mad. It's absolutely mental. Like to think like how fast like rally drivers actually go. I did notice with both cars there was no centre line on the steering wheel, so it was something really difficult to work out like how to straighten the wheel up, if that makes sense. So I do feel I'm getting a bit quicker and a bit faster. Sort of like steering seems a bit less erratic, like less aggressive. You can see how much vibration goes through the car. That was nice, that. I'm getting a bit more hang of it, try to push it a little bit more than the first run. The first run I felt was a bit smoother than this run. So I was pretty happy with that one. That was a good little bit of session time. But you see, sun's out. This was our last sort of go by ourselves before we're jumping in the 4x4. Let's have a go around the rally stage. And the little cheeky competition at the end of the day, there's 2 timed runs. This was our last bit of sort of practice and that, just giving it like trying different lines, different throttles. But you can see the steering through that part, like it's much more controlled than was like the first couple of runs. Just seems more smoother. Like a really nice run so far. Like the steering's nice and smooth. Not trying to like hammer the throttle too much. A few tyres across the track from other people, scattering them about. Poor Drew had to just go on tyre duty every now and then, kick them back into place. So that's the lights on. That was our final run of practice. So it's now our chance to jump into this bad boy and give this 4x4 Subaru Impreza WRX a blast round the 2.4 mile rally stage they have here at Phil Price Rally School. John, who's the lead instructor, has been using this car all day, so we took out earlier on just to give a little mini recce of the course, sort of what we're going to do on this run, look at some of the corners, about staying in the tyre tracks. But yeah, this is fun. These next two parts of the video are really fun. I'm not going to talk over them. I'm just going to let you enjoy this rally experience.
We'll go out, build it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Champion.
Happy days.
Gives us lots of direction.
Yeah, I will. I'll point and I'll speed you up, slow you down. Try and stay on the tracks. It's really slippy offline.
Okay.
Because it's just like marbles. This is a bit delicate. We're just going to make sure we get each gear smooth. I'm not going to rush the gear change. All right.
No problem.
Let's go. First gear. Straight down and then down the left hand side. Yeah. So we're going to go over the crest and we're going to turn a cube hairpin left. Yeah? That's it. So go out to the right a bit. And then you're going to get to the bottom first. Yeah. Easy right, easy left, 150. Get it moving. That's the point. Easy right. Easy left, 150. Past junction. Long medium left, right, slow left. It's okay. Slow it down a bit more. That's obviously fine. Now second gear. Speed. Over the jump. Medium left, open towards them. Third gear. Brilliant. One. Medium left again. Open one. One. Medium left, open back it. Easy right. Medium right, cube hairpin left. Easy right, medium right, cube hairpin left. Give it. Your first gear. Smooth unit roll. Good, perfect. Straight wheel. Medium right over crest. Medium right again. And medium right again. Get up straight. Let it back out first. Go on. Side left, easy right, 100. Four. This round. Come on, go away then. Come on. Over the crest. Right left and hairpin right. And straight. Take one. Here it is. Yeah, right turn. Medium left. Right, slide right over the crest to medium right, straight, like this. Come to it, keep in, medium left, 50, hairpin left, like arrow. Got it. Get it straight. Back in. Slide left. Right over the jump. In. One. Slide left. Four. Medium right over crest. Keep in. 50 metres there. To the left. Uphill. Carry a bit of speed. One. That's good. Medium right. Keep in. Third. Medium left. Constant a little bit on the exit. 50, so open hairpin right, point to the mid. The show there was good. Alright. Easy, left, medium right, into the hairpin left. That was good. Well done.
Cheers, boss. Thank you very much.
No problem. Yeah.
Let's go, boss. Come on.
Ready. We will just let them go past that top end, because otherwise I'll make a load of dust.
Oh, I'm doing unfair advantage for people.
And I'll get the blame then for them not being able to see where they're going.
Little twist. This is going to be rapid.
Sometimes it can be like when the weather's really bad and it's foggy and stuff like that. You have to be. What I've always got to be on my game.
Yeah, you know, if you roll that fucking you.
Well, yeah, you can't happen, can it?
Well, I'm not going to lie, that was absolutely brilliant. And John was on his game because that was as rapid as out. I think this photo pretty much sums up my whole day, smiling from cheek to cheek, never bored, just unbelievable, like them two runs. It was mint, just absolutely tanking that Subaru around that stage. John seemed to enjoy it as well, and then obviously getting driven around was just like, oh, the speed. I don't think the video does it justice. But we're going to move on now because it's the last two drives of the day, and it's the two timed runs for the competition. So we'll see how we get on. It's one run going one way, and then we change cars and go the opposite way. Phil's going to count we're in, and I'm just going to let you watch the two timed efforts.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
So that's a 1:47, and the quickest time for the first heat was a 1 minute and 37 seconds. So we're 10 seconds off the pace there, but let's jump on board. We'll chase 10 seconds down. I don't think we're going to do it. It's quite a tight leaderboard, but we'll give it a best shot. I feel this is the more smoother and quicker around this direction, but we'll see what we can do. So let's jump on board for our final time at Phil Price Rally School.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
So that was it, a 1 minute 38 to finish. Pretty happy with that. Bit quicker than my last one, but it wasn't quite enough to do any damage to the top 3 on the leaderboard. We had a 3:24 total time, and the winner had a 3:12. So we're 12 seconds off. We finished 7th out of 10, but you know what? I don't care, because it was absolutely belter. All I can say, it was just one of the greatest driving experience, sporting experience things I've done. So much fun. The staff, like I said at the start of the video, was so hospitable. So a big shout out to Julie, who looked out after her, to Drew and Phil, who were the instructors around the training sort of laps, and to John, who took out on the stages. So yeah, definitely give it a go. I'll be leaving a great review for the guys and girls at Phil Price Rally School. But I hope you enjoyed the experience. If you know, hopefully it's whetted your appetite to maybe go and visit them. But superb value for money, and just an absolutely brilliant experience. But like, thanks for watching. And it's better to do it in real life than it is on the sim rig. But I don't have the money to do it in real life, so we'll be doing a few more videos on the sim rig. So stay tuned.